This is Sam Lima, your Texas Realtor, and today we are on our platform again, your Business Spotlight platform. And today we have the pleasure of interviewing Mary. And Crystal Sanders will get us started with our first question.
Well, hey, Mary.
Hey, Crystal.
So we're so excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes. And Mary and I have known each other for many years.
Yes.
So I actually know a couple of answers to these questions already.
I think maybe you could just answer them.
But I do learn something new every time I hear you speak about the business. And so it's really exciting to have you here today. So I'm going to start off
great.
with the first question. So what inspired you to start seeing your beauty in the mirror, and what led your personal journey to your business?
Got it. Okay, so seeing beauty in the mirror is my take on my Mary Kay business. Mary Kay only took 16 years to convince me to use the product on a regular basis and to actually become part of the Mary Kay system. I tried Mary Kay when I first moved to Texas. I was one of those girls that tried the product. I tried the wrong formula, so it did not work for me. And so everything, I did not grow up touching any of this stuff. I am a farm girl. No, hard no. How I got here, my daughter, after years later, gave birth. My daughter hit middle school. Her skin started breaking out. For those of us who have high oil acne skin, you can truly feel the pain of that. I wanted to give her something that would be better for her skin. The church secretary where I was working said, well, here, let her try Mary Kay. And in the back of my head, it was like, well, I don't want to make my secretary mad, so sure, we'll let her try it. So I simply said to her, I go, great, she can try it, but if it doesn't work, do I have permission to let her have something else? And of course, being the gracious woman, she said, sure. My daughter tried the product, and within 2 weeks, my daughter's skin looked absolutely amazing. And it was like, oh, well, maybe there's something about this Mary Kay stuff. And so then I tried the products. Granted, it was 16 years later, finding out Mary Kay had changed to European Clean Standard ingredients. There was a lot of formulations that they understood that Mary Kay wasn't just for a single type of skin. And so a lot of things had happened in my 16 years of absence besides just my being stubborn. And so originally I came into the business simply because I wanted a great discount for my family to enjoy better skin. I grew up with horrible skin. We did not have the economy to do this, and so our only exit was to outgrow the acne, and I did not want to provide that for my family. And so we wanted something because I knew products could help. So that's where I started. But then Mary Kay got into me. And what do I mean by that? Mary Kay is a business that it stretches you to do stuff that it's like, well, now why would I want to do that? And what do I mean by that is that there's not many people that wake up and go, I want to be a Mary Kay person. Maybe if their mother or their grandmother was, maybe, but most people go, oh, that's just makeup. That's not for me.
Yes.
That's only for girls.
Yes.
So all of those are out there. But things that Mary Kay teaches you is things like, are you willing to work as hard for yourself as you are for others? Are you willing to invite people to learn about what you've learned about to help themselves? Are you willing to do something for the sake of helping others? Maybe it's get better skincare. Maybe it's learn better color techniques. Maybe it's develop their own business. Are you willing to do that often enough until you get to the goals that you want? Are you willing to stay persistent on a path that long? And I will tell you, I had always worked for either nonprofits or businesses, and to step up and do that for myself, that was a new step. And that's when I realized, and that's when my hashtag, and that's where seeing beauty comes in the mirror, became my hashtag, because I realized when people could look up in a mirror and realize they were awesome and amazing, they drove different.
Yeah.
They parented different. They worked different. And so for me, that's where seeing beauty in the mirror comes in. It's like, yeah, sure. I can teach you to wash your face. I can teach you to own a business. But most importantly, I want to teach you to know that you're awesome and amazing.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And just to be your own testimony to why you got into the business is great. And I've seen your before and after pictures, and they're amazing. And so I wish we had them with us today that we could show off. But and I'm sure that you guys can schedule a one-on-one with her and see some of those pictures in the near future. But Sam's going to go ahead and get us into the second question now.
Awesome.
Wow, Mary, I love the story.
Thank you.
I know that they always say, if you want to change something, look at the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
And also there's a saying that God says that knowledge is power, but that's a half truth, because the real power is applying the knowledge.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about how you are able to educate your clients on the need and the confidence that they're going to get out of seeing that beauty in the mirror, that's inspiring. But I know every business person has challenges.
Yeah.
So on your journey, what kind of challenges have you faced? Have you navigated through them? Because I know your why, which is on this case is your daughter, has driven you to stay consistent, persistent. You've used those words in your as you communicated. What has really? How have you navigated those challenges? I'm talking to your fellow people who are looking to do business, maybe in the same line of business. What kind of words of wisdom can you give them?
So now I've been in the business long enough with the persistence. You're also going to go through stages and phases. My daughter, when we started, was the whopping amazing teenager. So now you just do the math. I've been in business 16 years. She's no longer a teenager. Neither am I in my 20s. So part of that is navigating when you go from, am I doing this just to help a current issue? You also have to figure out your why beyond a current situation. And so for me, this is when I worked from, okay, I developed you know what? It's no longer about where you live in a zip code. I grew up on one, if you want to call it the side of the tracks, the zip code, whatever. I grew up in I didn't know it at the time, but definitely the lower economic stage of the world. And there were certain advantages that I did not have that people that lived in other zip codes had. But what I love about the business opportunity that Mary Kay offers is we all start at ground zero. And we all get the same discounted offered to us. It's not because, oh, you can put in this much. We're going to let you sell products at this much of a discount. Oh, you can put in this much more. I'm going to let you sell it at this much more of a profit. Everybody plays the same. And so for me, this is one of those, I like a business where everybody gets the same fair shot. And as long as you want to come in and do your best, and you want to come in and figure out how to work for yourself. Because if I have to say, one of the biggest challenges is most people will do for others 100 times harder than they will do for themselves.
Yes.
And so to me, it's that, you know what? God gave you a purpose for such a time as this. Are you willing to step up to the plate and do it?
Wow. And I know, so when our question number 3 is basically what makes seeing your beauty in the mirror unique? I have 2 daughters myself.
Yes.
And I think the youngest likes to use Mary Kay stuff. And so I can see how focused she keeps on herself. So if you are speaking to her today, what's so unique about the services that you provide and the products that you sell?
Okay, a couple things. Let's start about the company as a whole. Mary Kay, it was established by Mary Kay Ash in 1963 here in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so it is a U.S. product. It is actually made just literally down the street in Lewisville, Texas.
Yes.
That is where research development is. Our international headquarters is just a little farther away over in Addison, Texas. So we are here. We are in 42 countries, so we are also international. We choose to use European clean standard ingredients. So we choose to use ingredients that have a higher level of nose than US standards.
Okay.
So there are products that, buzzwords that will come out are, hey, we don't have, or we have. It makes me kind of laugh because all of a sudden you'll hear it on advertisements, and all of a sudden it says, we have this, and we probably will have gotten that ingredient 6 to 8 years before they will have gotten it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because we're that, we go by a different standard. So one, I love that about our products. I love that you are also supporting an entrepreneur. The only way you can buy Mary Kay products, or shall I say the only legal way to buy Mary Kay products, is to buy it from a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are actually supporting a person.
Yes.
Okay, as opposed to, which also means we're going to get a higher quality product at a lower price because I do not need to go buy a storefront.
True.
Okay.
I do not need to staff somebody at that storefront from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Cost effective.
Yes,
Very cost
very much
effective.
so.
Yes.
So it's more cost effective for your daughter to get the product, and I get a higher, and people in the business, we are paid the highest level of direct sales.
Okay.
Okay, so for all of that. Now, as opposed to what also makes us different is we are a skincare company that sells color makeup. We are not a makeup company that sells skincare. Believe it or not, those are two separate statements.
Mm-hmm.
First statement, if you are a skincare company, you focus on skincare. You focus on making sure that the largest organ in your body is cared for. Skincare.
Yes.
And then you apply makeup to the top of that. Our makeup is designed for people that are from 9 to 109, just like our skincare. Okay, so what makes us different is Mary Kay is a skincare company that sells makeup, not a makeup company that sells skincare. Okay, so what's the difference? A skincare company is a company whose first and primary focus is to take care of the largest organ of your body, and then we sell color makeup. A makeup company is selling makeup and probably selling skincare to support the makeup.
Mm.
It's a big difference.
It makes a
Yes.
big difference.
Yes.
And so part of it also is when I am training people that join my team, as I'm training it, if you are a skincare company, there's very few people who could not be your client. Because there's very few people you meet that don't have skin. And so, I mean, because people joke, they go, I mean, oh, Sam, well, I don't wear makeup. It's like, great, I'm not going to sell you makeup, but I will encourage you to wash your face.
Yes.
Yes. You get the skin.
You got skin. And, so part of that is I'll kind of go back a little bit to my life. Yes, there's a girl in my life, there's a daughter, but there's also 3 boys that I had in my, so the majority of my children are boys. And as I'm going through my business, it's like, really? Do you want a girl to kiss that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of that is, if you want to actually think about it, skin is our largest organ. Yes. Statistically, men die before women.
Mm.
Part of it is men don't take care of their skin.
Come on. All right. I thought it was because of stress level of men.
No, women have to take care of men. That is not fair. Mm-mm.
Okay, we're not gonna have that conversation today.
We're not.
Yeah.
But it is statistically proven that because aging is only 20% of what the sun does to you, 80% is everything else: stress, lack of sleep, diet, la 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 la. Really, men and women, us not taking care of our skin is our defense system against all of that. And so why would we not want a great defense system, especially those of us in business? Because the second we as business owners go down, so does our business.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, yep, I don't care if you wear a drop of makeup, but I am going to get pretty adamant about you taking care of your skin.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Wow. I tell you what, I think this interview is actually making me see the skin as a big organ. I think that's something that you say.
Yep.
And just bringing that to how men take care of their skins, that brings a lot of questions. Which brings us to number 4 question.
Yeah, I've been all the way to 4.
Can you share impactful testimony? I know you know of your daughter. We've heard about your daughter, how she was able to get through school because you were able to find a solution for who has skin, what other, and I know also you've explained about the company structure.
Mhm.
So you can tell us about the clients that have used the product,
Yep.
and also from your team. What kind of
Yeah.
successful stories about your team? If somebody is looking to join your team today, what kind of impactful testimonies or coaching or ideas that you put together to be successful yourself and also to make your clients happy and
Yep.
also your team successful?
Okay, so let's talk about product success. Product success, we do have 6 different skincare lines. So based on what your skin is, what do you need? We find you a solution. We have skincare solutions starting from people as young as 9. And part of the reasons that we went down to 9 is because of all the environmental stuff that's going on. And for better or for worse, TikTok, our 9-year-olds are some of the most adamant about taking care of their skin right now. They're the ones actually teaching their mamas and their daddies. It's like, let's get on the page. So
Yes.
we actually needed to come up with formulas, because one of the most harmful things that is happening actually is they're getting online and they're learning stuff, but they're grabbing ingredients that, for some of them, they're grabbing some ingredients that are too big and too strong. And nothing, I am not up to bash some of the other brands that are out there, but I am saying there are some ingredients that 9 and 12-year-olds do not need to be using. And the reason I will say that, because some of those ingredients, let's pretend like this is a balloon, and if you push the level of the balloon, okay, what happens when you stop pushing it? It's going to get all saggy.
Yes.
Well, if she starts or he starts that at 9 or 10, what's going to happen by the time she's 30 or 40?
The skin will be.
We're going to end up needing something bigger, stronger, more powerful, outside of more natural to take care of something, because we started playing with something at an earlier stage that we didn't. I'm not saying we don't need to be taking care of it. I'm saying we need to be taking care of it at a proper level, at a skin level, for the development level of that skin. Okay?
Yeah.
So testimonials, I love that. Yes, I will share my before and afters. We can post them underneath. I don't think I look too bad for my age. I'll just leave it at that, considering my oldest is 40. I'll just put it at that.
Looking great, Mary. Looking amazing.
we'll just leave it at that. You do the math. So as for my team, first of all, I will brag on my own business that I've established. I have been driving a Mary Kay car for 16 years. So once I decided that I would actually do Mary Kay, because remember, I said I did not want to come in. I was coming in for a discount. I loved my other job. I did not want to do this because for lots of, head reasons. But then when I finally decided I would do it and I would embrace that I was doing it, within 4 months, I had the opportunity to earn my first car.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And so since then, my family has had a Mary Kay car in our garage for the last 16 years. Well, you just simply do the math if you haven't had car payments for the last 16 years.
Oh.
And they pay 86% of my car insurance
Oh, wow.
on that vehicle.
That's a blessing.
Wow.
It's like, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just start with that one.
Yes.
They also give us fun prizes. But the other thing is, by being a business owner, since tax season, so let's be honest, when we're recording this, we're right after tax season. By a home-based business, there is fun things you get to write off because you are a home-based business.
Yes.
Right.
Understand, every single product I wear is walking advertisement dollars.
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Every product I give away as a gift
It falls into your tax. It's advertising.
as advertising.
Yes.
When I go out and I can prove that I am working those miles, those trips. So I do not have, Mary Kay, we do not have territories.
Okay.
Our territory is the entire United States.
Okay.
So anytime I travel within the US,
In business.
I'm in business.
Nice.
All right.
That's awesome.
That's good.
So for me, it's that flexibility. I can go, my father, my family is still all up north. I go up and see them. I'm going anyway. I might as well be able to write it off.
Right.
That's good.
That's awesome. Love it.
My husband and I are getting closer to retirement age. I want to travel. I might as well enjoy the travel and write it off.
And be in business.
And
be in
knowing
business.
you're going to get business while you're out there too. It's like knowing
Well,
you.
I mean, it's fun things like, you happen to be on a cruise and people forget their sunscreen. I happen to have some.
Just saying.
And then if they, don't see me before the sunscreen, I do have some great after sunscreen.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
And it's one of those things that's like, no, you don't have to. You don't have to use it. If you don't want to, that's on you. But I will give you practical tips and ideas of what to do to take care of it. And if you want to follow me, follow me. If you don't, that's on you.
That's good.
You're losing out if you aren't.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Krista's going to bring us to our last question.
Okay.
Yes, and as I said, I always learn something new every time I hear you speak, and so I love learning something new about you every single time. So we're going to get into our last question now. And looking ahead, what are your future plans for seeing your beauty in the mirror, and how can our audience support you in achieving your dreams?
Got it. I'm at that stage that I am looking to continue to see who else wants to learn from me. I'll admit, I probably am not going to be in business for another 20 years. I'll just be honest. I will probably always play with the product until the good Lord calls me home. But no, the advantage is I can build the business as fast as I want, but do I have to stay running like this? No. But so where I'm at is like, does somebody want to learn what I've learned?
Okay.
Does somebody want to come and play while I am running?
Yeah.
If somebody wants to come and learn and play while I'm running, come and learn and play while I'm running. And if they don't, that's fine. A short-term goal, there is a couple missionary trips that are tapping on my shoulder, asking me to consider joining them. And it's like, okay, well, and so those are like, okay, can I, so it's like, yeah, can I take those and actually go international with them? Maybe, we'll see.
That's awesome.
That is really awesome. And one thing that I know is that as you planned your retirement, as you celebrate the 16 years of having no car payment, that's just an incredible achievement.
Thank you.
We have been selling cars for 19 years, so I know what those payments cost for.
Yes.
So, and that makes a big difference, especially with covering your insurance and things like that. So as we end this conversation,
yes,
one of the things that I really appreciate is that just the idea that you want to be self-employed.
Yep.
You have the flexibility.
Yep.
And you're also here to make a difference, which is you're not giving back.
Yes.
They always say your network is your net worth.
Yes.
And so being in Texas, which is what Mary has made a difference, I guess when you having the name Mary has helped you a little bit.
Just
it is
Just
a
a little bit,
preset.
just a little bit.
I am not the Mary. I want to be your Mary.
Yes.
Yes, that is my tagline, and
Yes,
people
yes.
people
So
do know it. Yes.
That works. But
Yeah.
my name Sam has helped me in different ways in
Yes.
business. So as we end this meeting, we just want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this.
Yes.
And I will get the last word from Crystal, then you get the last word.
Okay.
Yes, well, thank you again for being here. And as
Yes.
I said, I always learn something new about you, and we're excited to share the message with the community.
Thank you.
And we just highly encourage you all to connect with Mary, ask questions. If you have any daughters or sons or yourself, even friends or family that may be dealing with some skin issues, just know that Mary is an expert in her field. And again, like she said, she has something that can help everybody. So even if you're doubting that, I highly encourage you to have a conversation with her and see what she can do to help you in your skincare journey. And in addition to that, if you need some makeup, she has your back too. So thank you so much, Mary.
Absolutely. And thank you for letting me be a part of this. Thank you for being a part of the community. Mary Kay, we and I enjoy being part of the community. I also love that I get to give back, as you know.
Yes.
I love being parts of local chambers of commerce. I also love just being parts of nonprofits and things like that. So as you enjoy being who you are, I just want you to remember that you are awesome and amazing who you are, and just always keep seeing who you are and see your beauty in the mirror.
Do you have a website that they can follow you, or are you on social media?
I am all of the above, and you're going to love this. It is seeingbeautyinthemirror.pink.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love it.
All right.
Yes.
If you want to see the beauty person that you are, please reach out to Mary right here, and also continue following our inspiring stories, because we're here to bring those stories to you, so that not only help you to change the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, because there's beauty in it. Thank you, and have a good one.
Bye.